Bearcats playing as the visitor, so Biemendorfer is going to step in against Lucas Palma. Lucas Palma is the hurler for the Rivier Raiders from Nashua, New Hampshire. Palmer is a freshman, 6'1", from Bristol, Connecticut. Went to St. Paul's High School. There's the pitch to Biemendorfer. That's a called strike. 0-1 to Biemendorfer. Played well in the JV game just a few minutes ago. 0-1 pitch. Outside corner misses. 1-1. Bearcats coming into today's game with a record of 4-0 on the season. Great start for Coach Mick Janosko's Bearcats. Coach Janosko coaching down at third. Adam Ducat at first base. 1-1 pitch is a called strike. 1-2 from the freshman. You are tuned into the St. Vincent Sports Network. One more broadcast this week. We've got a game tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And then we'll be back on Wednesday, back home, on the road actually, in Johnstown at Point Stadium against Mount Aloysius. That's lifted into right center field. Center fielder Kyle Bowser has time to get there, and there is one away. It's going to bring up Zach Bush to the plate. Bush went 2 for 2, yeah, in his last game. Shows bunt, takes a strike. Yesterday, Bush, he went 2 for 2. A sacrifice. And a walk. Single and a double yesterday. 0-1. Called strike, 0-2. Pitch looked to be a little bit outside, but
just a bit.
Called strike, 0-2. Bushy behind in the count now. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Called third strike. Boy, he's got a wide strike zone. That was the catcher is moving outside, actually into the opposite side batter's box, and that pitch was well into the batter's box. Definitely was not over the plate because I'm sitting directly behind the plate, and I could see that, but it's a called strike out there, and the Bearcats have 2 down in the inning, and Zach Galasso now steps up. Galasso leading the Bearcats with a 4.12 batting average so far this season. He started all 4 games. Galasso, the lefty. Pitch is inside, goes to the screen. Count goes to 2-0. As always, if you're tuned in today on the St. Vincent Sports Network, drop us an email. You can see the link at the bottom of the page. I'd like to hear from you. Let us know that there are some listeners out there. Called strike to Galasso. Here's the pitch to Zach Galasso. Ripped down the first base line. First baseman backhands it, bounces to the second baseman, back to first, and a 3-4-3 ground out. Just perfect carom right to the second baseman, and they get the out. So the Bearcats go in order in the top of the first. We've played a half inning. St. Vincent 0, Rivier coming to bat. We are back for the bottom of the first inning. Mike Tedesco making his first pitching appearance of the season for St. Vincent. Leading off is Kyle Bowser, the center fielder for the Rivier Raiders.
Otherwise known as Mad Dog.
Here's the pitch from Mad Dog Mike Tedesco. Ripped into center field for a base hit. Leadoff single by Kyle Bowser. And that will bring up the designated hit, Kevin Weaver. Here's the pitch from Tedesco. Curveball, nicely done. The batter was bailing out. That curved right in there for Tedesco. Tedesco won't overpower you, but he can place his pitches. Did not walk many last season. Last year, Mike Tedesco for the Bearcats had the second lowest ERA on the team. Earned run average of 5.12. He was 1-1 in 8 games, started 2, had 19.1 innings, just 5 walks in those 19 innings, and 11 strikeouts. Swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout for Teddy. Next up is Kevin Romero, the shortstop. We had a Romero yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Playing against, that was for Northland. Bach called on Tedesco, is going to move the runner down to second. This inning is brought to you by a new sponsor, Crawley's Bait Service. Anything you need, fishing, hunting, cougar hunting, anything you need. Since 1981. Crawley's Bait Service. I'd like to thank Jim Berger for doing some research for us. Had a scoring question on something that happened in the JV game, so I'd like to thank Jim for checking in with that. Once again, if you're tuned in today, let us know. Ground ball, hot shot foul outside of third. Their coach just got out of the way of that one. Question is, would Coach Janosko have tried to elude that, or would he have tried to field that?
Dude, it took it right in the chest.
How's his back today? He got hit pretty hard yesterday, I understand.
Put some ice on it last night.
Yeah. Ball, an errant ball during warm-ups from the other team came over and caught Coach Janosko yesterday. There's a fly ball skied to center field. Galasso makes the catch, runner tags. Here comes a throw from Galasso. Is not going to be in time. And so the fly out, but the runner will move up to third with 2 down. Fly ball to right. Kazusko is there, and the inning is over. And so that'll do it for Rivier in the first. No runs on 1 hit. And 1 runner left on third base. We've played an inning. There is no score. Andrew Kazusko will step in to lead off the top half of the second. Kazusko batting .357 on the year.
That's probably where he's packing in his gym bag, too.
5 for 14 on the year. Bearcats as a team entering today batting .378. Opposing teams batting just .233. Called strike to Kazusko, and it's that outside pitch, really. He's given a lot of leeway outside the plate. That pitch is a little too far outside, a ball 1-1. Mike Hastava on deck. Went deep yesterday for the home run. Here's the pitch to Kazusko, the 1-1 pitch. Misses 2-1. Quite a week so far for the Bearcats, 4-0. Looking to make it 5 straight today. JV wraps up 2-1 in their schedule. Called strike to Kazusko. Tomorrow we're going to wrap up the schedule. We'll be up in Auburndale, Florida So we'll be at the alternate Russ Matt Complex up in Auburndale, Florida tomorrow for that 1 o'clock game against Juniata College. 2-2 pitch on the way to Kazusko. Swings, flies it deep into right center field. That's going to be trouble. That ball is back, and it is out to the warning track. Kazusko into second. He's going to chug for 3, and he should make it. He's going to begin standing up with a triple. Andrew Kazusko with the triple. So the leadoff triple by Kazuska is going to bring up to the plate Mike Esteva. Esteva batting .375 on the season. He is 6'4", has a couple of doubles, a home run, a stolen base, and 3 walks, tripling his output from last year in base on balls. First pitch is in the dirt. Got to be thinking Esteva just wants to get some air under this one, get it out to the outfield, and try to get Kazuska home. We're in the top of the second. Here's the pitch to Esteva. He swings and pops it up. That's going to be in the infield. A couple infielders calling it. Shortstop calls him off and ice cream cones it. Boy, that thing just about popped out of his glove. But the shortstop Romero hangs on. There is 1 away. Here in the top of the second. Understand Keith Harmon is tuned in today. Glad to hear from you, Keith. Keep the comments coming, please. Keep us entertained. Pitch to Jack Schaefer is fouled out of play. Schaefer on the year batting .364. He's 4 for 11 on the season. Here's the 0-1 delivery to Schaefer from Palma. Called strike, 0-2. Schaefer behind in the count early here. Bearcats got the leadoff triple from Kazusko. Need to bring him home. 1 down in the inning. Swung on, grounded to third. They're going to have a play at the plate, throw to the plate. Kazusko slides in, and he is out. Out at the plate. On the fielder's choice, Schaefer will get to first. There are 2 down. And Schaefer now at first. That's going to bring Grant Crawley to the plate. Cougar Crawley on the season. Batting .429, 3 for 7 on the year. Here's the pitch. He'll take a called strike. Another one of those outside pitches. Crawley played first base in the JV game, getting some experience at that new position for him, and did very well. Also did well at the plate. Ripped a double in the early part of the game. 1-1 pitch on the way to Crawley. Chopper toward third. Scanlon with it on to first for the out, and the Bearcats are retired. They get no runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. We've played an inning and a half. There is no score. Tedesco on the mound for the bottom of the second. This inning brought to you by Bush's Hot Dogs. Chop to third, Schaefer up with it, on to first, long throw in time, 1 away as he retires the catcher, DiBenedetto. This inning brought to you by Bush's Hot Dog, featuring the new Applebee's dog.
And of course, the famous
Petula dog. Once you touch one, you'll never go anywhere else. Strike called to the third baseman, Scanlon. Tedesco on a 1-1 pitch now on the way. Outside, 1-2. Came with a fastball.
Had some flu-like problems on the way down last weekend.
Swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-2. Tedesco took something off that one. We're in the bottom of the second. Each team, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. There's the 2-2 delivery from Tedesco is outside. Count goes full to the third baseman, Scanlon. Fouled down the left field line. And making the play is Joey Fear in foul territory. Beautiful catch by Joey Fear. 3 Bearcats were converging on that one, and Fear makes the play in foul territory. Oh, my. The listener comments are rolling in now. Swing and a miss by J.J. Montello, the second baseman. And we have a listener from Los Angeles, California, tuned in today, listening to his brother, who is playing for the Raiders. How did somebody from California end up going to school in New Hampshire?
Somebody from California go to school.
Yeah, we got him. We got him here too. There's a little looper out into right field, and that drops in. And yeah, we got our California connection too. 3.5. We count Baco as a half. Now, for those that don't know, Steve Baco is quite the karaoke artist. He got up last night and shocked everyone in Applebee's with a beautiful rendition of, I don't know what it was, but it was good. Baco could sing. We'll have to give credit where it's due. He got a standing ovation in Applebee's last night singing during karaoke night. Up next is the right fielder. He's going to loop that one, and Jack Schaefer picks it up on the fly. As Fecto is the victim of that one. He pops out. That's going to end the inning. And so the Raiders get no runs on 1 hit. 1 runner left on base. We've played 2 complete. There is no score. Top half of inning number 3. Eric Fichter will step in for the Bearcats. Fichter batting .286. He's 2 for 7 on the year. Also pitched a couple of scoreless innings yesterday. His first appearance on the hill for the year. Struck out 2 in 2 innings of work. Looked good. First pitch is in the dirt. 1-0 from Palma. Pitch is outside, 2-0. Three-0 up high. This inning brought to you by Harry's Transportation and Nat. When you need to get to Winter Haven, Florida, you call Harry and Nat. Harry's going to make the slideshow today. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah.
Got some photos of Harry for the slideshow.
How could you miss him?
3-0 pitch to Fichter. Catches the outside corner, 3-1.
Looks like Harry's waving a white flag over there.
Harry may have whiter legs than Matt Janosco. It's
I got tan now.
It's the most sun Matt's legs have seen in years. Strike called now, so it goes from 3-0 to 3-2 to Fichter. Full count pitch on the way from Palma. Up high, ball 4. Fichter has drawn the walk. And it's going to bring up Joey Fear. Fear is 3 for 5 this season. Made a nice catch in the bottom half of inning number 2. We are scoreless here in the top of the 3rd. Bearcat baseball on the St. Vincent Sports Network. Fear shows bunt, bunts it into the air, and it'll go foul. Glad you're with us for this afternoon broadcast here. Our latest game. Haven't had a 3 o'clock game all year. All week, I should say. Once again, our next broadcast after tomorrow, we'll be here tomorrow at 1, but after that, we'll be broadcasting Wednesday from Point Stadium in Johnstown when the Bearcats will take on Mount Aloysius College, the Mounties. Mounties have been down here on this trip as well. And then next weekend, Sean King will bring you the action from Newport News, Virginia. Bearcats will have games against Castleton State and also the Newport News Apprentice School. Games on Friday and Saturday next week. Fear shows bunt, bunts it out in front of the plate. Only play is going to be to first. It's going to go 2 to 4, and the sacrifice is going to move Fichter down to second. Nicely done there by Fear. A little surprised the catcher grabbed that. It looked like it might have had a chance to roll foul, but he grabbed it while it was in play. Bottom half of the 3rd, by the way, will be brought to you by Harmon's Scooter Sales. Biemendorfer shows bunt pitch in the dirt. Runner goes. Throw to 3rd. Not in time. Fichter takes 3rd. On the wild pitch. So Fichter heads up, moves into 3rd. And Bearcats in business now with 1 out and the runner at 3rd for Biemendorfer.
Told me last night he played for Casanova.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Biemendorfer. Swung on, chopped toward 3rd. Third baseman has it, checks Fichter back to the bag, throws on to 1st in time, 2 down. And that's going to bring Zach Bush to the plate. Back in the 1st inning, Bush struck out looking. That was when we were just starting to figure out the strike zone is pretty wide in this game. So I think you're going to see Bush probably make some contact here and hopefully be able to bring Fichter home. No score, bottom of the 3rd. Bearcats threatening with 2 down. Time called by Zach Bush. Palma does not work very quickly. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Strike called right down the pipe. Oh, 1 pitch. Takes his time, checks the runners. Here's the pitch. Bush swings, loops one out into right center field. That's trouble. That will drop in for an RBI single for Zach Bush. Bearcats take the 1-0 lead.
They haven't been behind in any game yet this year, huh?
So Zach Bush. Bush driving home Fichter with the Bearcats' first run. Is going to bring up Zach Galasso to the plate. We are in the top half of inning number 3. Overcast day, warm and humid here. Temperature about 81 degrees at game time. And the Rivier coach out to talk to the umpire at home. I think they're trying to say Zach Bush was out of the batter's box. He's trying to show where a footprint is that Zach Bush was out of the batter's box. But that's to no avail as Galasso will now step in. Maybe Zach figures that batter's box is a little stretched just like the plate today. Pitch to Galasso is up high, 1-0.
Zach's got a wide stance, long legs. He's got a wide stance, long legs.
That's right. Zach Bush does have a wide stance because his legs are so long. You are correct, Matt Janosko. He's not the best color man in the business for nothing. Strike called to Galasso. Galasso awaits the delivery. Bush at first. They'll keep him held tight because they know he's a speed merchant, and they fake a throw over to first. Everybody's terrified that Zach Bush, when they see him get on base, they just think stolen base coming here.
Like Willie Mays Hayes.
Yeah, that's true, like Willie Mays Hayes. Zach's got 100 gloves he started his career with and has 100 gloves. There's a base hit up the middle as that'll move Bush to second. Galasso on with the single. And the Bearcats have 2 runners on for Andrew Kazusko. Kazusko earlier had the double into right center.
Excuse me, triple.
Oh, that's right. He tripled. Yeah, it was the triple. Takes a called strike on a curveball. Kazusko now batting 375 on the year. Pitches and hit him on the foot, and Kazusko will take his base. That's going to load things up for Mike Hasteva. So the hit batsman to Kazusko. I think he now takes the team lead over Crawley. That's the first time in 3 years anybody but Crawley's led the team in hit batsman.
We might have a rival like Roger.
We might have a rivalry here. Yeah, this is good. Hasteva will step in with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Pitch on the way is low. Catcher wanted it. Umpire's not giving it to him. It's 1-0. Hasteva at the plate. Base is full of Bearcats. 1-0 pitch called strike. 1-1. Hasteva, sports information delinquent in the offseason. Spends his time working for the sports information department at St. Vincent. Swung on, driven to right field. Right fielder's backing up a few steps, will make the catch to end the inning. So the Bearcats do get 1 run on a couple of hits. We had the Zach Bush RBI single, and as we go to the bottom of the third, it's St. Vincent 1. The Raiders of Rivier College 0. Mike Tico in his 3rd inning of work for the Bearcats here. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Pitches inside to the number 9 hitter in the order, Artie Hoffman, the left fielder. Pitch from Tedesco, called strike. I believe that makes it 2-1. Pitch from Tedesco, swung on and popped out of play, 2-2. Count even at 2-2 here in the bottom of the 3rd. First batter of the inning. Curveball called, 3rd strike. Tedesco rings him up.
We got Mad Dog.
Mad Dog Mike with his 2nd strikeout. First pitch, curveball popped up. Bush calls for it, and he will make the catch, 2 away. One pitch and an out there for Tedesco. Kyle Anderson pitched very well in the JV game. Bearcats, Anderson and Malone combining for the shutout over Beloit. That's a ball, first pitch from Tedesco to the number 2 hitter in the order, Kevin Weaver. That was Bowser that popped out. So Weaver at the plate, ground ball to third. Schaefer takes it off the chest on the bad hop, and that'll end up going in as a. I'll give me a base hit here. Base hit is what it's going to be. It took a bad hop. Schaefer caught that one right in the chest, and it bounced far enough away from that he was unable to recover in time to make the throw to first. And so the infield single for Weaver brings up the shortstop, Kevin Romero. Called strike from Tedesco, 0-1. Rivier, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. St. Vincent, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. Rivier out of Nashua, New Hampshire. Tedesco, soft throw over to first to keep him honest over there. Fouled at the plate.
I didn't see anything. So you told.
Hey.
Fly ball to center field right at Galasso. He's there, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 infield hit, a runner left on base. We'll go to the top of the 4th. The score is St. Vincent 1, Rivier 0.
Thank you, Jeff. As we move to the St. Vincent half of the 4th, top of the 4th inning. Leading off for the Bearcats is third baseman Jack Schaefer. Jack was on the fielder's choices first at bat in the second. Bearcat lead 1-0. Top half of the 4th. Breaking ball is in for a called strike. Schaefer, Crawley, and Fichter. And if anyone gets on, Joey Fearer will be the 4th hitter of the inning. Pitch is grounded to short. Takes a big hop for Romero. He sends it across to first. And there's 1 down in the Bearcat 4th. That'll bring up designated hitter Grant Crawley. Crawley went out third to first in the second. Bearcats lead 1-0. Scored 1 in the third. The Rivier Raiders. Lucas Palma, freshman, on the mound. Pitch was outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Crawley. Here's the 1-0. High and away, 2-0. Crawley should get something to hit here with the 2-0 count. Outfield straight away. Takes it up high and inside for a ball. 3 balls and no strikes. As Crawley checks with coach Mick Janosco. And the pitch is in there for a called strike, 3-1. Taken all the way was Crawley. Bearcats scored in the third on an RBI single by Zach Bush. Pitch to Crawley is hit deep to left, way back. That ball is out of here. Home run as Grant Crawley jumped on an inside fastball from Lucas Palma and drilled it over the left field fence. That's the second home run we've had here at Field 4 at Chano Lakes Park, as Mike Kusteva hit one yesterday just about in the same spot. Crawley jumped on the pitch and sent it well over the left field fence. Solo home run for Crawley as the designated hitter. Bearcats now lead 2-0. That'll bring up Eric Fichter. Eric walked and scored in the third. Here's the pitch from Palma. It's bunted. First baseman was pulled off the bag on the throw. And down to second base goes Fichter. I score that a base hit. Infield single and an error on the throw. It would have been awfully close at first, as the third baseman was way back. Pitcher had to come in to make the play. It sailed the ball over the first baseman's head. So we're going to call it a single. Move to second on the air on the throw by the pitcher, Palma. Now we've got the congregation at the mound as Rivier trying to limit the damage here by the Bearcats. Head coach Anthony Perry out to talk to his troops. Runner at second base on the infield single in the air is Eric Fichter. Bring up Joe Fearer. Schaefer started the inning with a ground ball to short, and Crawley homered over the left field fence. Fichter bunted safely, and on the overthrow to first, moved to second. So the Bearcats have a runner at second, a run in, and one out in the top half of the fourth. Here's the pitch by Palma. It's high and away for a ball. Lucas Palma is a freshman. Played his high school ball at St. Paul's out of Bristol, Connecticut. As Fearer awaits the delivery from the freshman. Pitch is chopped to second. Tough play, first baseman come. They're not going to make a play at all. Ball was kind of in no man's land there between first and second. Pitcher was a little late getting over. First baseman charged, and there's really nobody to get the ball to. So on the infield single, Fichter moves to third. Fearer is on with the infield single. That'll bring up Nick Biemendorfer, leadoff hitter for the Bearcats. He went out on a fly to center in the first and went out 5-3 in the second. He's 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Bunsett fouled on the third baseline. Looked like that was more to move the runner as at third base. Fichter wasn't moving on the suicide. Biemendorfer bunts it foul. Here's the 0-1 to shortstop Biemendorfer. They've got Fearer picked off as they run him down between first and second, and looks like they botched the play. They're making a call interference on Fearer. Or are they going to call interference on... I think it's a moot point. I think you're right, Matt. I think they called interference on the fielder blocking the path of Fearer going to second. Either way, Fearer was going to be safe at second. And counted as a stolen base, yes. Rivier did not look good on that execution of... I think they were certainly concerned with the runner at third, but lost track of what they were doing between first and second. At any rate, the Bearcats have runners at second and third and just one out. Pitch to Biemendorfer's outside for a ball. Potential for a big inning here for the Bearcats. Should Biemendorfer be able to deliver? Pitch is outside, just outside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. And the 1-2 from Palma. Breaking ball nicely in there for a called strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Infield's back. They'll give up the run to get the out here. Palma checks the runners. And the pitch. He's going to step out is Biemendorfer. Palma taking just a little too long with the check of the runners. So Biemendorfer elects to step out, gets time, a ball, 2 strikes. Top half of the 4th inning. Bearcats lead 2-0. Pitch is swung on a missed, strike 3. Fooled him with a breaking ball. And Biemendorfer is the second Bearcat out in the 4th. Zach Bush steps in. Zach was caught looking, singled, and drove in a run in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2. Bearcats will have to do it with 2 outs here now. Pitch is up high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to right-handed hitting second baseman Zach Bush. Right-hander Palma checks the runners. Here's the pitch. Pitch is in there for a called strike. Right-handed hitting Zach Bush playing at second base. Delivery is on the outside corner for a called strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As freshman Lucas Palma looks to work out of a jam. And should he be able to get away from this inning with just the Crawley home run, could be a boost here for the Rivier Raiders. Here's the pitch. Bush swings and loops it out in the right center field. Coming on and making, he dropped the ball. Tried to one-hand the ball in right center, and the ball drops. And 2 runs are in to score. That'll go as an error on the center fielder. No RBIs there for Bush. E8. Scoring on the play was Fichter and Fearer. It just looked like he tried to nonchalant the ball one-handed out there in right center. And once again, the manager, or coach I should say, out for Rivier, head coach Anthony Perry, discussing something with the home plate umpire. And I think it's that same situation, thinking Zach Bush was out of the batter's box. And he gets no satisfaction from the home plate umpire. We've got something brewing here as Coach Anthony Perry tries to ignite his troops on defense, looking to pick up the 3rd out. Yeah, I think he's ignited the opposition. You're right, Matt. As a roar goes up from the Bearcat dugout. He kind of looked like George Costanza in that episode when he was Coco the monkey, remember? Didn't he? Flailing his arms all over the place was the head coach. Maybe 50% of the people listening know what I'm talking about. Matt and Eric know. Pitch is high for a ball to Galasso. Bearcats have the Crawley home run and 2-run score on the air on the center fielder. Kyle Bowser. Palma really did deserve a better fate here. He gave up the home run, the long ball to Crawley, but he really had pitched out of the inning. Ball and 2 strikes to count on Galasso. The Rivier defense was kind of trotting off the field, and Bowser dropped the ball in right center field. An easy play. There goes the runner. The pitch is ripped into right center field for a base hit. It's got to get in between the right and left fielder and center fielder. Coming around the score will be Zach Bush, and into second with a stand-up double is Zach Galasso. So it's an RBI double. Would have to go as an unearned run, but an RBI for Galasso on the double to right center field. Ball was stroked on a line over the second baseman's head, no more than maybe 10, 12 feet. Hit and run was on, and coming all the way around the score from first was Zach Bush as he had the engines burning. Andrew Kazusko steps in, still 2 outs in the inning. You know what? I don't even know what they were appealing at second. Oh, maybe that Bush missed second base on the way by. Yes, had to be. And they don't get any satisfaction for that. The appeal made. Safe call by the second base or base umpire. Just 2 umpires on duty here this afternoon, as is the case. Ball came awfully close to hitting Galasso there, or Kazusko rather. Inside for a ball. Pitch to Kazusko is chopped foul in front of the Rivier dugout. See if we can get a count from the umpire here. 1 ball and 1 strike. Matt Janosko right on the count. Pitch is down low for a ball on the curve ball. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. To right-handed hitting Andrew Kazusko, the right fielder. Andrew tripled his first time up, then was hit by a pitch. He's 1 for 1. Ball is low and away. Nice stop by catcher John DiBenedetto. DiBenedetto is junior catcher out of Tampa, Florida. So he's close to his home here. Pitch. Stepping in now for the Bearcats is first baseman Mike Husteva. Mike homered at this very field yesterday, sending the ball well over the fence in left field. Yeah, wind was blowing in. So it was gone right off the bat. There was no doubt. That pitch is in there for a strike. Bearcats have 4 in this inning. In the 4th. Gustavo hits it to left, very deep, going back. The ball is carrying well, and it goes over the left fielder's head. 1 run is in to score. Here comes the 2nd run in to score, and Husteva is in with a stand-up double. Galasso scores. Zusko scores. That ball just kept carrying and carrying. It looked like a routine fly ball, but went over the left fielder's head. It would have been a heck of a catch by the left fielder should he be able to corral that one at the fence. Unable to do so. And the Bearcats have batted around here. Jack Schaefer takes a pitch outside for a ball. A big 6-run 4th here for St. Vincent. Schaefer 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Hit into a fielder's choice, and he was the first out of this inning in there for a strike. Jack doesn't want to have the distinction of making 2 outs in 1 inning. It's a happy Bearcat dugout right now with the big 7-0 lead over the Rivier Raiders. You got a feel for pitcher Lucas Palmas. He should have been out of the inning. Their fielder Kyle Bowser dropped the fly ball, and that kind of opened the floodgates. Wild pitch by Palma sends Gustava down to third. That is, I believe, his second wild pitch on the afternoon.
5 of the 6 runs were unearned.
Yeah, that's the way the tally would go, Matt. 5 of the 6 unearned. With the out failed to be made in center. Pitches in there for a strike to Schaefer. Jack right-handed hitting third baseman for St. Vincent. Outfield shallow in center, but a little deeper in right and left. Here's the pitch by Palma. Hit right up the middle and up over the bag, second base bag, and play is made short to first. Romero stays with it and makes the throw over, so Jack is retired twice in the inning, 6-3. The Bearcats pick up 6 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors. They leave a runner on at the end of 3.5 innings. It's the St. Vincent Bearcats 7 and the Rivier Raiders nothing. Move to the Raider half of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Raider half of the 5th, swing and a miss by Aramis Velez. Then takes a pitch out of the strike zone, a ball and a strike. Pitch is swung on a miss. Apparently the first pitch was called a strike, close call, and he goes down swinging. So Velez is a strikeout victim to open the 4th. Velez goes down swinging on 3 pitches. Thought the first ball might have been out of the strike zone, got a delayed strike call. And 2 swings and misses from Velez amounts to the strikeout to start the inning. That'll bring up John DiBenedetto, the catcher. John grounds it to short. Up and over to first base. Out is made. 6-3. So it's 2 up and 2 down here in the top half of the 4th, or make that the bottom half of the 4th inning. Velez out on strikes. DiBenedetto grounds to short. Play made there. Biemendorfer to Esteva. That brings up left-handed hitting Mike Scanlon. Mike is a freshman. He drills this ball into right for a base hit, so Scanlon is on with the single. Mike out of Plantsville, Connecticut, and St. Paul's High School. One of a couple players in the Rivier lineup who played their high school ball at St. Paul's. There's a base hit into left field by J.J. Montello. So some 2-out action supplied here by Rivier. Base hit to right by Scanlon. Base hit to left by Montello. Brings up Mike Fecto. Left-handed hitting Fecto, the right fielder. This is the bottom half of the 4th inning. St. Vincent 7, And Rivier, nothing. Looking to mount a bit of a rally here, get back into this one. Fecto hits from the left side. He plays right field. He is the 8th hitter in the Raider order. Takes a ball down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Arthur Hoffman on deck for Rivier. Should Fecto keep it alive here. Hits the ball up the middle. Behind second base. Nice play. Long throw to first is not going to be in time. It's an infield single for Fecto, and Rivier has the bases loaded with 2 outs. Inning started innocently enough. A strikeout and a ground ball on 3 pitches. Ramirez went down on 3 pitches, and Di Benedetto first ball hitting grounded to short. Scanlon singled, Montello singled, and Fecto singled. That'll bring up left fielder Arthur Hoffman. Where's number 1? Pitch by Tedesco is down low. Good stop by Eric Fichter. No advancement on the runners. Bases loaded, but there are 2 down in the home half of the 4th for Raiders. Inside for a ball. See if Tedesco could pitch out of the jam. Inside corner. Nice pitch for a called strike, and Hoffman knew it. 2 balls and a strike. Tedesco gambles on the 2-0 and gets the inside corner. This one's way inside, though. 3 balls and 1 strike. Oh, Tedesco has to come in with something here at 3-1. The bases are loaded, no place to put Hoffman. He swings at ball 4 and fouls it down the right field line. So there's a break for Tedesco. That ball was tailing inside. The count is now full. Runners will be going here with 3-2. The count, 2 outs. If Tedesco can punch out Hoffman here. Pops it foul down the first base line and out of play. Ball lands over there in field 5. As the collective heads up goes out from the fans and the players. Hoffman in a good situation here to help his team with the bases loaded and 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. The runners will be going. Try to pick off to second. The ball was thrown into center field. They're going to get a run on the throw to second. That'll be an error on the pitcher, Tedesco, on the attempted pickoff at second. You know, a perfect throw and a good tag may get the runner going back into second. But the poor throw and the collection of bodies at second, it wasn't to be. So scoring from third was Scanlon. Runners now at first and second. The count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Rivier Raiders get their first run. Here's the pitch. Ball is hit into center field deep. Going back, should make the catch and does. Center fielder Zach Galasso hauls it in. So the Raiders pick up a run on 3 hits. There was an error, and there were 2 men left on base. We've completed 4 here at the Chano Lakes Park in Winter Haven. Field number 4. The score after 4 is the St. Vincent Bearcats 7 and the Rivier Raiders 1.